Hi folks, Michael McLaughlin here from the Irish Republican Socialist Party, along with a community activist here from Spring Hill Park in Strabane, Noreen Devaney. She went on holidays on Sunday and down the Downings and had to come back home up the road because the PSNI were raiding her house. She's going to give a wee rundown here on what actually happened and how wrong they were, and the police, PSNI brutality within the communities. Go ahead there, Noreen.
Where do you start? I got the phone call first from the girl that lives 2 doors down to say that they were there. They were trying to kick the door in first, and when they couldn't, they climbed in an open window. It was left open for the cat. She repeatedly shouted to them that she had a key for the house and that they were at the wrong house, but they wouldn't listen to her. My brother then came down. They wouldn't speak to him. They wouldn't tell anybody anything of what was going on. He got me on the phone, and I kept telling them that it was my house. They were in the wrong house and they were looking for somebody that didn't live there. Told them where they could find all my letters with my name and address, my driver's license. I told them where to go to the kitchen to get it, which would confirm that it was my address. Refused to speak to me when I told him that it was only me and the 2 Waynes lived in the house. His response was very good, and that he would speak to me when I calmed down, but then refused to come back on the phone. My mother came down, told them that she was my mother. They wouldn't talk to her, wouldn't tell her why they were in the house, wouldn't show anybody any warrants, and just ignorant, really. They stayed in the house for over an hour. Didn't even search anywhere because nothing was out of place.
Here, and Noreen, what about the PSNI's behaviour in Spring Hill Park over the last 6 months?
It's disgraceful. They're just going from house to house, terrorising people that they don't need to. My Waynes are terrified to go home because they think that they're in my house looking for bad men. The Waynes won't sleep in their own bed. They have to sleep on beside me because they're that scared. They were told repeatedly by neighbours, friends, family, local representatives that they were in the wrong house, and they refused to listen. They wouldn't acknowledge anybody there. They kept closing the door and wouldn't let anybody into the house while they were running around the property.
Like, and these are a highly militarised police force, like with assault rifles, armoured personnel carriers, heavily armed men smashing in to your house. On a Monday afternoon, whenever you're just gone down to Downings in Donegal for a wee holiday, a wee break, like, how does that make you feel, Noreen?
You're supposed to feel safe in your own home, aren't you? Well, we don't now because they literally just went into my house through a window and refused to leave it, and more or less there was nothing we could do about it. There was no apology. I asked them to wait until I got up the road so they could explain to me what was going on, who they were looking for, what they were doing. Yeah. They didn't even wait. And they weren't long skulking off the scene whenever the IRSP arrived. So on the way up, after I had ushered the Waynes into the car, on the way up I phoned you.
Yeah.
And whenever it's all the neighbours and even my family says whenever you spoke to them, then they gather over stuff and clear.
Yeah. But that's the power of working class community response. You know, nobody should lie down and take harassment from the state, or nobody should lie down to oppression, or nobody should lie down to the PSNI, a highly militarised police force. They've ringed Strabane over the pandemic with new intelligence infrastructure, cameras everywhere. You know, they're reoccupying Castleberg PSNI station. No. Like, Noreen, you're
from Castleberg.
Yeah, you're from Spring Hill. You're a community activist. You see the occupation of Spring Hill Park by the PSNI. Do you know? You, like, have you got anything to say to the PSNI?
I mean, just today, I drove out from where my house is, and I passed 2 squad cars driving up past again. They never leave there. You know. I want an apology. That's what I want. Because they were in the wrong house. They knew they were in the wrong house. They were told by several different people they were in the wrong house. They refused to look at the evidence in the house that would let them know that it was just me and the 2 Waynes there. but they wouldn't listen.
Right, Noreen, thanks very much for letting us for telling that story, because it's really important that people get the human stories out there about PSNI harassment, PSNI occupation within the communities, stops and searches, like the level of PSNI activity and oppression going on within working class Republican communities in the northwest and all around occupied 6 counties. It has to end.
It was disgusting too, the way they were talking to my family
Yeah.
and me, when people were just trying to explain to them, you know, that they had made a mistake.
Yeah.
No, their attitude's disgusting.
Right, thank you, Noreen.